ANC, Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it's a pleasure to follow the right honourable gentleman from North Shropshire, with whom I disagree, but that will not surprise him. I did, however, vote with him for Article 50 2 years ago, and in that debate and in that speech, I spoke to the Prime Minister and I said that she needed to reach out across the chamber to create consensus on Brexit. I also spoke to colleagues in the Labour Party that they needed to reach out to find consensus on Brexit too. Since that day, we have had no consensus at all from the Prime Minister. And that is why, on March the 29th, today, the last day, we are having this debate now. Now, what I want to do is commend the right honourable gentleman, the member for West Dorset, for the procedure that he started and we managed to get through earlier this week, and which I think really brings us forward for the first time in a long time to trying to find a solution to this very difficult problem. Because it is a hugely difficult problem. There are questions about democratic legitimacy. There are important issues which divide fundamentally all of our constituents, and we know that different people, for different people, Brexit means different things. And what we must do as parliamentarians on each side of the chamber is seek consensus. So that meant, for me, earlier this week, for the first time, I actually supported the Beckett Amendment, which supported a referendum, which I have been very, very reluctant to do, because I've come round to the position adopted by the right honourable member for Rushcliffe that referendums are very bad things, upon which he has been sensibly consistent for a very, very long period. But what we don't have today is a solution. A solution before us, because what we have is something which I must confess I contemplated at one stage. Can we? In fact, I discussed it with the shadow gentleman, the shadow member for Brexit, spokesman for Brexit.
Yeah,
please don't interrupt me. So I did consider this myself, but then I looked at the law. And what the law says in the European Union Withdrawal Act is that these issues have to be considered together. Yeah. And also, what the Prime Minister has consistently said, until she has reached the last day, is that these issues must be considered together. And what we have also seen is a beauty parade by cynical individuals who are seeking personal advancement within the Conservative Party, reversing their position today because their competitors have reversed their position, and the honest challenges that we are seeking as members of Parliament are not being supported. So what we need to do, and what I will do, is vote against this motion today, and I will then, on Monday, be looking for consensus so that this Parliament can begin to take back control and act responsibly in a way that this Prime Minister has singularly failed to do. We could have achieved consensus across these benches months, even years ago. The Prime Minister has not sought it. Parliament needs to do that now.